I want to take the time to say thank you to my patrons. Your help has actually not only done so much for my channel, but has actually helped me personally to make it through this tough year. And I want to thank all of my subscribers, and well, thank you, and let's get to the show. This shit will piss you the fuck off. Alright. Okay. I know this shit blew up over the weekend, but this is the shit, as you guys actually know. As I've always said, if we're looking for police misconduct, there isn't a week that goes by that there isn't a national story about police misconduct. And if you actually believe that is nothing wrong with the cops, then I have a fucking swamp to sell you in fucking Arizona. I guess that's a mixed melody. So here's the thing. When you have it where, and I get it, people are familiar with certain people that they may know that, you know, you familiar with somebody and they know they're not a good person. But when you have a system in place where people don't have to just think, they can just people how to group think, then we have problems. Because here's the thing. There are things that's wrong with policing in this motherfucking country. We have evidence. And I want to see how right-wingers actually deal with the shit, where they actually have respect for the police, but they also have love for and support for the troops. How do they deal with this shit? I've seen how some deal with it, and it's fucking unbelievable because reasons. Let's go to an incident that happened back in December, but the body cam footage was actually put out the beginning of this month. Now, to set the scene, there was a Army active duty lieutenant who had a new vehicle that was driving home, and because he had temporary plates, the cops pulled him over. Now, what also happened was he was less than a mile away in a bright lit area. He didn't want to stop on the dark side of the road. And this is what happens. This is the body cam footage from the officer. And I know that it was sound before, but I think it is. There go the sound. There go the sound.
Operation CBS.
Careful.
Here we go. Let's skip ahead. Now, here's the sound. Here it goes.
Traffic stop at BP.
These motherfuckers hop out hot.
Going back.
Automatically pulls out their fucking weapon. This is a fucking gun. Hops out hot, pulling out a motherfucking weapon. Hops out hot. Just hot, pulling out the weapon. And the only thing that they see is somebody with tinted windows with a new plate.
Put your hands out the window!
Felony traffic stop, 1836.
Put your hands out the window! Turn the vehicle off! Put your hands out the window!
How many occupants?
All units 1013, 804, 803, felony stop, 18 at Windsor, 1 East
Put your
Windsor.
hands out the window and turn the vehicle off! Put your hands out the window! 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 Put your han
Watch this shit. Not walking up to the car, not actually approaching the car in a calm manner. Hop out the car hot because reasons. They had to drive a little bit further in order to get to a brightly lit station.
Come around your side.
How many occupants are in your vehicle? Open the door slowly and step out. Open the door. Get out the car.
Now, let me ask you guys something. Let me actually address this with you guys. If the first thing a cop does when you get pulled over, they tell you, they hop out the car hot with their weapons drawn, and they're yelling at you, do you feel safe getting out the vehicle? Really? Do you feel safe getting out the vehicle? All these people that sit back and say, well, they should just listen to the cops. Cops will challenge you to a game of Simon Says at any time, no matter how you feel. And if you lose, they get to kill you. Do you feel safe getting out the car with the shit with this fucking environment right there?
Open the door slowly and get out.
Get out of the car now!
Open the door and get out the car.
Hold still. Hold. Keep your hands outside the window. Keep your hands outside the window. Get out of the car now.
Get out of the car.
Now. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car now. Yo, what?
He literally says, I serve this country and this is how I'm treated. This is a fucking soldier. They see the camo on his fucking arm. They see this shit. But also because he can't pass a brown paper bag test, then it's a fucking problem.
Guess what? I'm a veteran too. I learned to obey. Get out of the car. Get out of the car now. What's going on is you're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
What's going on? You fixing to ride the lightning. Literally. I'm going to tase you because you're not listening to everything I want to say. Not what's going on. It's you're fixing to ride the lightning. For what? You still haven't said exactly what the fuck you're stopping me for. You're just flashing lights. I pull to a safe location and you have a fucking issue. You about to ride the lightning.
Get out of the car now.
Notice. Did you guys see that shit? He switches from his fucking weapon to a taser now. Because he knows the optics of this shit. Wow. Let's go.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Sir, just get out the car. Work with us and we'll talk to you. Get out the car.
I'm not. No. Fuck that. Call your captain. I'm not getting out the car until you call your captain because this is the shit that you're doing. No. Call your captain. Call your motherfucking captain. Because this shit, you coming at me with your weapons motherfucking drawn. With your weapons drawn without even having a fucking issue. Did they say he did an illegal turn? No. Did they say he did anything that was fucking wrong? What they do is hop out the car with weapons hot. But it was his fault. Sure. Just saying. Let's hit it.
See your order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
What?
Wow! And this is what made the motherfucking headlines. He says, I'm honestly afraid to get out. And you should be. The number one rule across the country is not, well, I know, what was it? Kentucky tried to make the law. If you disrespect a cop, then that's a law. Like, yeah, they tried to make it a law. But the number one, mostly unwritten rule across the country is if you disrespect the cops, whatever you get, it comes to you. The fuck? This is a power trip. This is nothing but a power trip. But let's continue.
Get out!
Get out the car!
Get out now!
I have not committed any crime.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest for. You're being detained. Okay, you're being detained for obstruction of justice.
Notice he had to say, "You're under arrest." No, you're being detained because he knew the optics at this particular point were fucked up. He knew the optics at this point was fucked up, all because you challenged authority. They were going to get him for resisting arrest. They were going to get him for, what was it? Not evading justice. What is that? Where you fuck, I forget what it was. But it's where you inhibit justice or some shit. They're going to say it. But yeah, like, listen to this shit.
Violation, I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
Really?
Get
out of the car now. Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me.
Not a problem.
Hands off me.
Back up,
I
Daniel.
didn't do anything. Don't do that.
Sir!
Get out of the car now.
Hey, sir!
Get out of the car now.
Sir, look.
I'm trying to talk
Get out.
to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to
I'm
talk.
Get out.
Just get out of my car.
Can you?
So he's right. He knows exactly his rights. And that's the fucked up part about it. And like, I know, like, here, look, let's do this. And I'm just gonna actually bring it here. So, you remember how Dave Chappelle made the joke about how black veterans are like the ones that the California shootings of black veteran who like killed cops, like ambush cops. Also, the shooter that was in Houston that the cops blew up with a bomb was also a black veteran. Excuse me. And like, this is the shit that we see. This is the exact shit that we see. And literally, you fight for your country. You know it's your rights, but you get little pissant, little failed fucking people that couldn't actually be long active duty soldiers being police officers, because you actually have more standards, more codes of conduct as a soldier going over to deal with enemy combatants than fucking police officers supposed to serve and protect. And the fact that he knows his rights is what's pissing these cops off. He's right. He didn't, like, what's the traffic violation? Are there any traffic violations? Did you say any traffic violations? You got out the car with your motherfucking weapons hot. But let's continue.
Please relax.
Get out.
Please relax.
Get out of the car right now. Now.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're going to treat me.
Back up, Daniel.
I didn't do anything.
Back up.
Whoa, hold on.
Daniel.
What's going? Hold on. You up here?
And there's the pepper spray. Now, mind you, how much he pepper sprayed him. That was already 2 squirts. But let's continue.
Get out of the car.
3.
Get out of the car now.
That's fucked up.
Get out of the car now.
Sir, just get out of the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car now!
Fucked up. That was really fucked up.
Yeah, get out of the car and get on the ground now. You're gonna get it again.
I don't even want to reach for my seatbelt.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
Like, what are they afraid of? Like, I'm sorry, I'm at a loss. What are they afraid of to this guy? Like, I know obviously what they're afraid of, but like, what caused them? Like, this traffic stop, like, went like, which, like, why? Like, how? I don't know. Let's go.
Get out of the car now! Listen!
Yeah, and this whole thing, and I understand that story, and that's one of the reasons why swatting is actually becoming more of a problem, because one, people are just shit on the internet. Two, people know that you can use cops unironically as some fucking attack dog, because they're so fucking scared. They're so fucking high strung with shit that they, oh no, I have to be scared because this is the most dangerous job in the world. And at that point, pizza drivers say, hello, this is here, we here. Like, no, like, God. But let's continue. Let's finish.
Take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
Look,
take your seatbelt off and get out of the. Take your seatbelt off.
Look, my hands are.
Mind you, this the motherfucker that sprayed him. He sprayed him so fucking much that he's coughing now. This fucking cop sprayed him so much from the pepper spray that he's coughing now. And the fucked up part about it is, Lieutenant Navarro literally still has not put his hands down, because he knows the moment that he puts his hands down, he may get two in the side of him. That's why he doesn't want to put his hands down, because the moment he looks as if he's reaching the wrong way, pop, pop, pop. But cops have a dangerous job.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out. Please.
Exactly. See, exactly my point. Exactly my point. They are so afraid of him. They don't want to even take the man's seatbelt off. But the minute that he puts his hands down the wrong kind of way, it's a deadly game of Simon Says. But, you know, Black Lives Matter is just talking bullshit about nothing.
Please, look. This is really messed up. My dog is in the back. My dog is choking right now.
Get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off. What are you, a specialist, Corporal? What are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You made this way more difficult than it had to be if you just complied. Get out.
No, motherfucker, you made it way more difficult because you were fucking... This, like you're gonna see the fucking officer. He's a pudgy little fuck that looks like he hasn't ran a fucking half a mile on the treadmill in the last 20 fucking years. I know I'm a pudgy motherfucker, but I can call out a motherfucker spade me in the spade. Well, I guess that's a bad analogy for this motherfucking... Alright, let's go.
Out of the car.
I'm reaching for my seatbelt.
Fine. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Straight onto the ground. Straight onto the ground.
Ma'am, is your commanding officer available?
Down. Let's go.
Is your commanding
Let's
officer
go.
available?
Get on the ground.
See, he knows his rights. That's the problem. He knows his rights. And this is what's pissing them off even more.
Get on the
Can you
ground.
please talk to
Get
me
on the
about
ground
what's
now.
going on?
Get on the ground and you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Get on the
going on?
ground. Get on the ground now.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Can you please talk to me about what's going on? Why am I being treated like this?
Because you're not cooperating. Get on the ground.
Why am I being treated like this? This is really messed up. This is really messed up.
Sir, well, just
This is fucked up. This is fucked up. This is fucked up.
All right, so wow, we actually have where people were actually want to humiliate a man for no other reason, but he made them mad and they had to drive a little bit more. Now, let's actually look, because I did get this from Virginia Post article. And here we go. Let's take a look at this. This is the pudgy motherfucker that sprayed him. This motherfucker right here. This is the pudgy motherfucker that sprayed him. Yeah, sure. Now, the a U.S. Army lieutenant is suing 2 officers from the town of Windsor for pepper spraying him and forcing him to the ground during a traffic stop late in 2020. Police body cam footage shows that the 2 small-town Virginia officers approaching Caron Navarro's SUV with their guns drawn, shouting for him to get out the vehicle while he holds both of his hands out the driver's side window. Navarro, who is black and Latino, informs the officers that he is a U.S. serviceman while pleading for an explanation as to why he's being stopped. I'm honestly afraid to get out, Navarro says, hands still out. Yeah, you should be, one of the officers replies back. Navarro appears to be in full uniform as one of the officers reaches through the driver's window towards the inner door handle with guns still drawn and yelling for him to exit the vehicle. Navarro was then pepper sprayed. The officer opened the door and Navarro turns to get out with his hands still up, seatbelt still attached. Please look, this is really messed up. My dog is in the back, my dog is choking, Navarro said. He slowly reaches and undid his seatbelt, stepping out of the car, and was seen forced to the ground by 2 officers through knee kicks. Court documents allege that they continued hitting him after he was already on the ground. That's the video that we actually played. The lawsuit filed on April the 2nd alleges that Navarro's constitutional First and Fourth Amendment rights was violated during the traffic stop, which initially is initiated because he didn't have a permanent license plates for his newly purchased Chevy Tahoe. The suit says Navarro had temporary tags taped to his front and rear windows. Navarro was on his way home from his duty station when he saw police lights behind him on Route 460. He says in a lawsuit that he didn't see a safe place to stop along the road and continued for less than a mile until he found a well-lit BP station. Officer Daniel Crocker said that in a report after the incident, which was submitted with court documents, that he understood why Navarro was pulling into a BP station, and that happens all the time. Really, he was 80% certain that Navarro was a minority because the maneuver is often used by people of color. Wow. Black man in a new Tahoe. I thought racism didn't actually, wasn't existed. All right, yeah, I'm sorry about that. If it's lagging, I'm gonna put the clip out there. The suit alleges that the video footage from the 3 sources: body cameras from Crocker, body cameras from footage from the responding officer, Joe Gutierrez, I may have said that right, and cell phone footage inside of Navarro's SUV shows a disgusting nationwide trend. And it's this website that I'm on that should actually but this is just like, this is fucking unbelievable, guys. This is fucking unbelievable. We see this shit. We see the shit that's going on, and it's like, yeah, of course there's no racism. There's no war inside of Boston, say, just like there's no racism inside of America. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. But of course, black people were lying when they were saying that we were constantly dealing with this shit. Black people were lying. Because all you have to do is just listen to the police. And they would never do anything to harm you. But anyway, guys. Yeah. If you want to continue to actually watch videos like this where I'm talking about different political things, the different issues that's affecting everybody, please like, share, and subscribe. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah. Yeah. Fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting.
Hey guys, this is me, Crimson60620, and if you ever want to actually get some great art and help support my channel, help support me, check out my merch page at streamlabs.com/Crimson60620/merch. Here you can actually find great pieces of art, put on t-shirts, and it'll be updated frequently with a lot of my other art. So thank you for support, and please enjoy the video. Thanks.